You may remember when Abby Wambach, one of the greatest players in American soccer history, was a guest on Delmarva Life. The two-time Olympic gold medalist told us about her passion for the sport, the sheer joy she felt when she finally won her first World Cup, and the importance of playing the sport she loves safely. As a matter of fact, Abby expressed her concern for athletes, including herself, who often play any sport on artificial turf.
For me, artificial surface provides playing the game at a less level. You are prone to more injuries. You're not getting grass stains, you're getting scars that stay forever. And of course, you know, the ACL injuries and whatnot, they're at an accelerated rate on artificial surface.
Now, Abby went on to tell us that artificial turf can even hinder the quality of her game. She's advocating for natural grass for athletes, saying that it's softer, cooler, and safer. But that really only touches on the concerns when it comes to artificial turf.
Yeah, there's also some chatter that's raising quite a few eyebrows. Claims that there's a link between playing on artificial turf and developing cancer. We want to break it down for you. Artificial turf has a cushion on the bottom of it that's supposed to simulate play on real grass. That cushion is made of ground-up car and truck tires known as crumb rubber. The concern, according to DavidWolf.com, it's made up of many chemicals, including known carcinogens.
Now, many families are taking note, especially after a coach named Amy Griffin started documenting cases. Coach Amy made a list of every soccer player that she could find who was diagnosed with cancer. DavidWolf.com reports that list nearly doubled within a year, from 34 to 64 patients. 15 of those players have died. The common denominator of them all, they all played on artificial turf. But something else that's interesting to note, the study showed most of the athletes who were diagnosed with cancer were goalkeepers. Now, if you think about this, they're the ones that are always diving to the ground.
Yeah, and as Coach Amy's research gets out, some athletic programs are looking for an alternative to artificial. And now at least one school has found a solution. Almost all athletes on artificial turf come in contact with these little black dots made of ground-up tires. It's spread out underneath the blades of fake grass to help absorb impact.
Every once in a while you'll get a rogue little bead in your eye or something.
It may also be linked to cancer. University of Washington assistant soccer coach Amy Griffin is speaking out on the risk.
I believe that there are a lot of bad things in crumb rubber.
Even though there's no scientific proof crumb rubber causes cancer, Griffin said she's heard from at least 50 soccer players with cancer who think there might be a link.
It's more than my gut. It's what I read and the number of toxicologists and researchers and people that have that have heard about the story and told me that I'm not wrong.
Officials at the school heard about the concerns weeks before its brand new football field was set to open.
We said, regardless, stop everything.
The school found this alternative.
It's made out of crushed soles of Nike tennis shoes.
Adding a cost of at least $20,000 on the $2.4 million stadium.
It's the right thing to do.
The alternative is, horrible, horrible things. We don't want to take that chance.
Now, about those crushed soles of Nike tennis shoes, it's called Nike Grind. And all of the surfaces you see here contain it. According to the company, Nike Grind includes 3 types of raw materials from things like shoes: rubber from the outsole, foam from the midsole, and fabric from the upper. And Jimmy, just to give you an idea of how much goes into these surfaces, let's say you wanted to cover a running track.
Right.
The company says it would take about 75,000 pair of shoes just to resurface that running track.
Wow.
That's a lot of shoes.
That is a lot of shoes, and that is really phenomenal. But not everybody is actually sold on the claim that artificial does, in fact, carry a cancer risk. As a matter of fact, published reports on DavidWolf.com, MIT-educated toxicologist Dr. Laura Green says there are 0 reasons to be concerned that playing on synthetic turf will put your child at risk for cancer. It is simply not true. She says when tires are manufactured, there's a process that's designed to prevent carcinogens from being released. In addition, a spokesman for the Institute of Scrap Recycling Industries is quoted on ChemicalWatch.com as saying there is a mountain of scientific evidence showing no connection between recycled rubber and any health risk. As a matter of fact, he wants the Environmental Protection Agency to take a stand to, he says, give everyone the peace of mind they deserve And again, we want to stress, Coach Amy's evidence is based on personal stories rather than official research. And as of right now, there really is no study that confirms the link between artificial turf and cancer. Coach Amy has said in the past, she'd love to be proved wrong.
You know, I would too.
Yeah.
And despite any of the wrongs done to this young man, he continues to fight to make things right. Up next, we share his unbelievable story of survival, hope, and perseverance, and what he's doing here on the soccer field.
Plus, many players do what they can to prove they've got the moves, but how many of them can do what we're going to show you here in just a second? Still ahead, we're going to introduce you to a flipping viral phenomenon. Look at this guy. Stay with us.
But first, you have a chance to win a brand new roof for your home. Spicer Brothers Construction is looking for the neediest roof on Delmarva.
The winner gets a new GAF limited lifetime roofing system. For your link to an entry form and a complete list of the rules, just go to WBOC.com and click on our picture there at the top of the page. Good luck to you. Delmarva Life will be right back.